It's going to take a few moments. I've had several requests for a startup and run test of my 2005 Infiniti G35. So go ahead and start it up here. Now, let me turn off the radio. It runs very smooth. I haven't owned very many V6 vehicles. Most of the cars I've owned in my life have been 4 cylinders, like my Saab over there is a 4-cylinder turbo. It's very similar horsepower. It has 260 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds. I believe this has 280 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds. So they're very similar in peak power. But this is definitely buttery smooth as far as the engine goes. It has 156,000 miles on it now. I put over 1,000 miles on it since I bought it. I've only owned it a few weeks. So, but it's very smooth, as you can hear. And it just idle. Exhaust is very muted. Definitely very understated, which is awesome. It has a stock exhaust on it. So I've had loud exhaust on cars before in my younger days. As you can see, the engine, almost no vibration from the engine. When you're sitting in there and the car's just sitting at idle and you have the radio on, you almost can't even tell that it's even on. It's the air filter, the air intake there. So I'll set the camera down and just rev it a little bit since somebody asked. Alright, so it's definitely, when there's no load on the engine, you can't quite hear quite what it sounds like, but it definitely has a nice growl to it when accelerating hard. Something that my Saab doesn't have, or any turbocharged vehicle has, because when the exhaust goes through the turbocharger, it kind of smooths out the sound, takes away a lot of that growl. But the V6 on this, it's not loud, but it definitely has a nice sound, nice tune to it for being a stock exhaust. So, and for having nearly 160,000 miles on it, whoever owned this car before me, I think did a really nice job of maintaining it. So far I've been impressed with it. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't have the turbo lag. That's one thing with my Saab that drives me kind of nuts sometimes, especially in the summer here in Arizona when it's 110, 115 degrees outside. That turbo lag is really bad. And on previous Saabs, I've done a lot of work to reduce the turbo lag. I've put in bigger intercoolers, put in new intakes and things like that, and it's really reduced that turbo lag. But with a 6-cylinder, you just don't have that. You don't have that big punch of power at 2,500 RPM. Everything's just there, which is really nice. I'm really enjoying this engine and this powertrain on this. The rear-wheel drive is nice. I've gotten it sideways a couple of times. You take off the nanny computers and you can really get it sideways a bit, which, other than a couple trucks that I've had, not really had a car that's had enough power to really twist the car sideways through a turn. So that's been fun. If you have any other questions or anything, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer them. Thank you.